Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Lawson, and I'm a sophomore at NC State in Industrial Engineering, here with a winning team from Lulu eGames and also Santiago.
It's me. I'm a senior in electrical engineering at NC State.
All right, so today we are here and we're here with Thermoelectrix. So, why don't you guys go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and your venture, how you guys got started?
Yeah, so my name's Calvin Hawk. I'm a chemical engineer, and I'll be graduating in May from NC State. And I've been acting as CEO of Thermoelectrix for the past since school started in August. And previously, I studied business at Barton College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vikram Sheel, and I'm a chemical engineer as well. My designation in our newly formed company, as you'd like to call it, is the president. And academically, I'm a senior as well. However, I'll be graduating in the fall of 2020.
Hi, I'm Om. I'm a senior in computer engineering, and I've been serving as the technical development lead for Thermoelectrix since August.
And as you said, tell us a little bit about how we got started. So I used to play baseball when I was at Barton, and my senior year, I actually suffered a knee injury and was out for a couple of weeks. And just after every day of practice, I had to try and go get ice from the athletic trainer, and so that was miserable. So what they would do is they would just tape a bag of ice straight to your skin and send you on your way. And the ice would melt and it would leak everywhere, and it would be too cold and it would hurt. And then you had no access to more ice after you had to throw it away. So our thought was, why not make a brace that uses a thermoelectric cooler so it can electronically cool, and then try and make it better than ice. So use cooling and heating in cycles to optimize the therapy.
Very exciting.
Okay, awesome. And then you guys just won the eGames, which is awesome. Congratulations to you. So what is your biggest need right now, and like what are you planning on doing with your winnings?
So it's definitely R&D and manpower. We need more mentorship and guidance in the technical aspects, as well as the manpower to complete things like testing and physical building. We will look to consult professionals and look at better prototyping strategies and better partnerships that will help us move forward.
Very good. So with every business comes its ups and downs. What was the biggest challenge for you guys to convey or polish up during your competition in order to get you to win Lulu eGames?
So obviously, as you know, the COVID-19 situation it's had a great impact on everyone. We felt it too. We already had a strong connection as a team, but this situation just forced us to be more creative in our ways, especially since we're all in different locations. So definitely our creativity level has surely gone up after the situation. Yeah.
And as for the actual business aspect in the competition, we thought the financial aspect was pretty hard to do, especially as engineers. So I do come from a business background at first, but it was really hard to convey to the judges the specifics that they wanted to see, especially when we were so early in our venture. It was kind of felt like shooting shots in the dark, trying to catch something. But I think obviously they were a little impressed at some of the research we did, but the financials and budgeting was definitely tough.
Okay, awesome. I like that you talked about some of the challenges that you guys faced. I'm sure you got a lot of feedback from the judges. What is something that you remember specifically that you're planning on working on in the near future?
A lot of the judges talked to us about how we needed to have more mentorship. We're only a 3-person team, though we do have the EEP as a background and a support system. We also do have our own separate mentors, but we don't have, even though we already have a diverse team with a diverse skill set, we don't have some vital skills that we need, in particular in the medical field. Fortunately, Calvin's wife is a nurse and she's filled in for that for us, but we need more responses from, say, doctors, physical therapists, people that are working, athletic trainers, and that know how icing and heat pads work and help us determine like how long we need to keep those cycles, when should someone use the cycles. We learned that people shouldn't keep ice directly on the skin until for more than 20 minutes, otherwise that causes ice burns. But we need more specific information so we can make our device smarter and more efficient for our users.
Also,
And
and I'm sure there's a personalization aspect that goes into that as well. We're going to go into the first audience question now, and they're asking for advice for students who are interested in participating in Lulu eGames. So what would you recommend for students interested in participating in the future?
they definitely should go for it. It costs nothing to do. You just have to fill out an application. So you never know. We were like, are we actually even going to win? And look at us. We got first place in a category. There was a bit of a mix up in the background, and we surprisingly won this category. But if they don't try, they won't win. And this is a great way for networking. People are watching this, at least within the NC State and the Triangle Entrepreneurship category. We were actually encouraged by our EEP program, by Marshall, who's our instructor, and our senior design teacher, professor, to go for this. And the EP has done some really good job with winning awards at this competition. So do it. Make sure that your business plan is clear and transparent. Don't try to upsell your business, but make sure that they know what you're trying to say, you know what you're doing, and just sound like you know what you're doing, even if you might not have the skills to do it yet. As long as you know, or at least you sound like you know, the judges and everyone will appreciate that, and it'll make you look better as a team.
Personally, I would say don't underestimate yourself. I mean, you can do anything.
Yeah, to add to what both of them have said, you never really know what you're good at until you actually try it. So, until you don't give it your best shot, you don't really know. But like in our case, I can tell you about myself. I wasn't really sure about how I would be presenting, and I wasn't sure if I'll actually be able to make a polished business draft that the judges would like. But as it turns out, things were different actually, and that only happened because I gave it a shot. We were not really sure in the beginning, as Om said, but then giving it a try always helps. So I would recommend people who are in the EEP program, people who would like to take part in the Lulu games, to definitely give it a shot, because you really don't know what you're good at until you really try it, as I said. So yeah, it's definitely worth a shot.
Awesome. Some really good feedback. I'm sure a lot of our listeners will take that into consideration when they have the chance to participate next year. Our next question, you guys talked about the EEP a lot. I'm sure not everyone in the audience quite knows what that is. Would you mind giving a brief description on what that is, and maybe talk about any other resources that you've taken advantage of on campus or locally?
Okay.
Yeah, so the EEP stands for the Engineering Entrepreneurship Program, and every engineer has to take a senior design class. And so we took the entrepreneurship track instead of the standard senior design for our disciplines. So the really cool thing about it is that we get to work interdisciplinary with mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, industrial engineers, and all types of other ones. And it counts the same as our senior design credit. And the other interesting thing is we get to create something ourselves, and we own the intellectual property afterwards. So it's a great networking opportunity, a great senior design opportunity, and just overall, I have nothing but great things to say about it.
Yep.
And like a lot of new businesses, they might have probably started off with with the senior design, because over here it's basically an entrepreneurship program, right? So a lot of teams might just be starting off as a group of college students with different engineering majors, and then they probably go on to actually make a startup. So that's one important thing that the EEP permits, which I'm not sure if all other senior designs do that, because like in other departmental senior designs, you're already working on a given project by a certain company, but over here you're making your own startup as such. So that's one really special thing about the EEP program.
And we've surprisingly used the e-garage that's provided by NC State Entrepreneurship and NC State. That's where we usually would meet, work on our videos and stuff, work on our prototype and all that stuff, because it is a nice space, especially the new one, because there's a lot of space. We see a lot of other teams from the EEP, other startups working on their stuff there. And then we also network in between each other. We talk about what's going on in class, how our ventures are going, how we're participating in different things outside of our class, and things like the eGames and stuff like that. And also the Arduino store, other microcontroller stuff, and Amazon have been some great things for us to get our parts and stuff for our prototypes. So those are also other things that we've taken advantage of.
Awesome. I'm sure you guys have been shipping a lot more, going to less stores now, so Amazon's come in handy.
Yep.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for giving us a portion of your day so we could extend our congratulations and show a little bit more about who you guys are and all the hard work you've put into Lulu eGames. Before we go, is there anyone you'd like to thank over Facebook Live?
Yes, definitely. I would like to thank our mentors, Alex Williams, John Wimbish, for their support throughout our work, as well as our EEP program instructors, Marshall, Seth, and Beryl, as well as sponsors Lulu and IBM. We would like to thank all of them for their support. And yep.
All right. Well, if you guys want to go ahead and plug yourself, you guys got a website, Instagram. Go ahead and do that for the audience.
Oh
And
man.
if not,
Right now we don't.
Cal 2 underscores.
all right. Well, thank you for being on.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Tune in at 4 o'clock for our next interview with Summit Kinetics, and we'll see you guys then.